Okay, so I talked a little bit about how population groups have been obscurified. Talked about how long a time this is. This is a long, 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 long time. Okay, and if you watched my previous video, I talked about how, over here's an archon, and from this archon to this archon are many, 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 many others. So this bracket here is even longer. This is an even longer time. Okay, so each of these is, here's an eon, and then here's an archon. Okay, so eon is a very, very, very long time. Many millennia. And then we have a very seldom archon where our great family is cracked. Which, in comparison to an eon, is not a long time. However, it itself is also a long time. It is thousands and thousands of years. And then we have another eon. People are so miserable during an archon, with slavery and captivity and governments being cracked and homes being cracked, that they naturally, inevitably just want an eon again. Okay, and then this is for a long, 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 long time. However, greatly, like I said, like I mentioned in a previous video, once a person originates, they exist forevermore. And some of us really, really, really have had many, 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 many of these. So over many, 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 many of these, there are these even greater patterns. Greater patterns. And they do this to people. They obscurify them over a long, long time. These people have very, very few lifetimes, and these people have many, many, many more lifetimes. And they say, let's make these people our slaves. Very easy. Look how easy it is to make them our slaves. And this is corruption. It is very evil. And this is what has been happening. Okay. Now, so this is very, very important. Now, I would like to bring your attention to, here's cities in Arizona, here's Phoenix in the metropolitan area, here's Tucson, and here's Flagstaff. I mentioned that right here in Casa Grande used to be a place called Legend City, in between Phoenix and Tucson. Let's put a little dot there, Casa Grande. And over here, this here in Legend City in Casa Grande was once a very fun amusement theme park. Over here, there also was, in between Phoenix and Flagstaff, there was another amusement theme park. Okay. Now, Grandma Margret Sandage Roberts and Howard Roberts are people who are guilty for doing this. They are obscurists. They have been obscurifying people. And it's been for many of these. They've had unfair advantages for many of these. There's many people who resent them and have needed to check them. Okay, so while I was in my journeys, I had traveled locations along the 36-degree line and also just kind of north of it and just kind of south of it, more or less. And in my later traveling stages, I was in Santa Monica, California. While I was in California, it was in this geographical location. See, I'm over here in California, and here's Arizona. In Arizona, in this area, Margret had become obscurifyable herself. Okay? She had become obscurifyable. And all the many, many people who have resented her are doing what now? She really has a very, 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 very great concern. There are so many vendettas against them. Okay. So it's worth acknowledging people in my family and also my friends and associates are achievers. Okay? My mom, Kristen, knew very well who Margret is before she chose to lock herself into being my family member, my mom. She knew that. She's a brave woman. So did Jane, so did Dorothy Ann, and so did Amy. Okay? My cousin, Amy Wagenman. So did other people in my family. They had a concern about a possible risk of being obscurified and easily taken advantage of unfairly. So it's very brave of you to be in my family. Okay. So it is very, very important for my family to do what they should. We yet have homeless cases in our family, don't we? And what? Okay, we have a few obstacles. Okay, so these things are just important to address, and also the obstacles that we have. How are we going to achieve an objective if we have an obstacle? A variety of people in our family do have a different kind of hand. Okay? Now, Amy was targeted by Margret, and Amy had begun to develop a punky Brewster hand. She wanted to bust people into people's homes. Okay? This is important to acknowledge. This is a mistake she made. There's a few other people who've made mistakes also. However, she now has been in a risk category. Now, I would like to bring your attention to a dip and how there are people who have different kinds of hands. A dip has various stages, and many people in a population group. Here we are, many, vast amount of people. Here are the people who I'm calling our spirit guides. They're few in comparison, but they yet are a great many. Okay? Most of the people are rascals. Most people have made some sort of underhand that is not good. It's rascally, okay? So telling Amy, you just have to be good from now on, and you can't. She has been doing this for however many years, okay? There's another progressive way that we should develop with her. She cannot have the same kind of hand, otherwise Grandma yet has her in her clutches, okay? Even though Grandma now is at risk herself and becoming more and more at risk, Amy is yet a concern. People in stages of a dip, in order to eliminate overwhelming things. See, there's a stage where we're all overwhelmed with things. So there's people who've developed a different kind of hand. It's not a bust into your home hand. It's eliminating people who may have busted into your home. You see, people busted into your home, we eliminate them. Caring for goldfish in your home, caring for plants in your home, plants, and providing passage to them is something that we use in a technique. This person is developing love and passage for life in their home. Okay? And there's a technique. It's a technique that we use that results with people having their homes. Okay? And this is another kind of hand that, it's a more mild hand. Okay? It's a more mild hand. It's yet kind of in this category. It's not quite in these, but if you have been doing this for a long, long time now, let's be honest, you're not going to jump from this to this. You're not going to do it, okay? Amy's just, okay, she's not going to. But gradually there's a progressive way, another kind of hand that is more mild, that results with people having their homes. Okay.